Hello pipers of the world once again. Good evening, Sunday evening here in London. Stephen here, speaking to you from the snug The Beard Arms, also known as my living room. I'm smoking for the first time the second pipe that I was sent by Johan, the Mindful Pipe, and this is a little pear wood nose warmer. And in it I've got some tobacco that Johan sent me, which is Broberg's Burley, which is, I understand, one of his favourites, and it's blended by a tobacconist in Gothenburg. So, if you excuse me a second. And with it, I'm drinking some beer. Not surprising there. And the beer I'm drinking is Wadworth 6X. A traditional British ale. It's one of my favourite go-to beers. And the dog's trying to climb up my legs at the moment, so hopefully you'll clear off. And the purpose of this video is a VR to Leo Aldopold. And Leo posted the question in a video the other day, why do we in the YTPC make videos? And so I thought I'd add my 2 pence. I started smoking a pipe last summer, and like anyone starting out for the first time, you pretty rapidly find your way to YouTube for help and advice, which, as we all know, there's an abundance of it here. And I subbed to lots of people, loads and loads of people, and watched lots of videos, picked up loads of useful information. And then I started putting some questions to people down in the comments and getting some helpful tips and advice. And then, started just making more general comments and getting responses either from the channel owner or other pipers, and, participated that way. But after a while, I got to feel that, and this is only a personal point of view, but I was watching them doing VRs to other YouTube pipe presenters and doing yabos and exchanging comments, and I started to get a sense of the community, and I felt personally that without making videos, although I was subbing and commenting and supporting in that way, I didn't really feel like I was part of the community. Just a personal thing, I just didn't feel that, I felt like I was an associate member but almost on the outside and not playing a full part. So that's why I wanted to start making videos. But like many people, making that first step was quite difficult. And I actually made a comment under one of Match's videos and said that I'd like to make videos of my own, but I just didn't feel like I could get started, and he said just go for it. And I said, well, and this is a common fear I think amongst a lot of people before they start for the first time. I said, well, surely it's all been done before. I don't think I've got anything new to bring to the table. And he, with typical Match's wisdom, said, the new thing you're bringing to the table is yourself. Your personality. In a sense, almost what you say doesn't matter. The fact is that you're participating, and it's a big internet. If people are interested and they want to watch it, they will watch it. If they're not interested and they don't want to watch it, they won't, and they'll go and look at something else. It's no big deal. just overcome that first hurdle and put a video up. And I still put it off for a bit longer. Until I couldn't stand it anymore, because I wanted to get in there and take part. And so I came home from walking the dog one Friday morning, grabbed the camera, set it up, sat down at the kitchen table and shot my first video and uploaded it. And it was like a weight had lifted off me. And I'm so glad I did it. I mean, I haven't made a huge amount of videos so far. I've only been doing this for about 6 or 7 weeks or so. But I'm really pleased that I do it, and I really am starting to enjoy it. I should say, this doesn't come easy to me. I'm a very, very introverted person, and this is way outside my comfort zone. So it doesn't come easy even now a few weeks in, but it's certainly got easier than it was for the first couple of videos. And now I look forward to it, and I must admit I get a real kick out of seeing that people have watched my video and, you know, have commented. It really gives me a kick every time. I get absurdly pleased about it. And yeah, and I like answering other people's comments and, you know, feel as though I'm now part of the community, and I really enjoy it. So I'm really glad I took that first step. But the other thing is something else that you touched on, Leo, which is the therapeutic value. And that's certainly a big element for me as well. Excuse me a second. Cheers. Drop my tamper. Trying to multitask. Always a big mistake. I've struggled with severe depression for quite some time, and it's got worse over recent years. And that's partly due to the fact that the change in my circumstances means that at the moment, and this may not be the case forever, but at the moment, certainly at least, I live a fairly solitary existence. I mean, my youngest daughter lives with me every other week. But on the weeks that she's not with me, I can go days and days at a time without speaking to another person. And YouTube, you know, and especially the YouTube pipe community, where you're watching videos by people that you share a bond with, a shared interest with, can help alleviate that. I mean, and then when it comes to making videos of my own, I think even though I'm an introvert, very introverted, even the most inward-looking introvert has that basic human need to connect, and I'm no different. We're social animals. Living in isolation is not good, I don't think, for our mental health. And putting the videos up is one way of connecting with other people. Okay, you don't get that verbal back and forth that you would have out of a conversation, so it is a fairly one-sided conversation if you're listening to someone else, or if they're listening to you in one of your videos. But even so, there's still that exchange, and as I say, there's that knowing that people have looked and commented and have been interested enough to subscribe, because they might be interested in seeing what else I've got to say at some point in the future. So yeah, for me, in that respect, it has a very therapeutic value, and one that shouldn't be underestimated. And I mean, I know Johan won't mind me saying this, because he's been very open about it himself in his own videos, that he similarly suffers with depression and also finds the video process helpful. And I'm sure the two of us are not alone in the community. I'm sure there are others out there as well, for whom this is something that actually assumes, you know, quite a fair amount of importance in their personal lives. So, does for me in any case. I now feel that I'm part of the community. I exchange comments with people loads of people in the States, obviously people in England. I exchange comments with Johan in Sweden, Mark in Germany. I subbed to a new guy today in Venezuela in South America. And it's great feeling that, you know, although we're miles and miles apart and probably will never meet in real life, we're still sort of communicating with each other and sharing the common bond of the pipe. And for me, that's a really important thing. I'm glad I now participate, and as long as I can come up with ideas for me to ramble on about, I'll continue to do so. So that's it. Yeah, being part of the community and the therapeutic value. That's for me personally. And now I think I'll carry on and enjoy the rest of my evening. Drink my beer, open another beer and drink that as well. Put some more coal on the fire because it's starting to look a bit sad. Play with the dog because he's lying down there staring at me. And enjoy the rest of this bowl and my new pipe. And that's another thing about the community. I mean, you know, I've got this pipe handmade by another member of the YTPC. And in it, I'm getting to smoke some tobacco from Sweden that I would never otherwise have had the chance to try. That's what being part of this community is all about. And long may it continue. And with that, I'm going to stop rambling on. Wish you all a very good evening and hope to speak to you again soon. Cheers, everyone.